I'm standing in my driveway, heart pounding like a drum in a rock concert, when my ex-girlfriend Emily screeches up in her beat-up sedan, slamming the door so hard it echoes through the neighborhood. She's demanding the $5,000 diamond ring I bought her during our whirlwind romance, the one she threw back at me when she dumped me for some gym rat. But here's the kicker, she won't take no for an answer. And things escalate fast into a full-blown harassment nightmare that ends with sirens wailing and handcuffs clicking. Oh man. Where do I even start? It all began about 6 months ago. I was Jake Thompson, a regular guy working as a graphic designer in downtown Seattle, living that single life after a messy breakup. Emily. She was the epitome of high maintenance, always scrolling through Instagram, obsessing over influencers, and expecting the world to revolve around her whims. We met at a coffee shop, she spilled her latte on my laptop, laughed it off with that fake sweet smile. And next thing I know, we're dating. But cracks showed early. She'd throw tantrums over the smallest things. Like if I didn't like her new outfit fast enough on social media. Sigh. The red flags were waving. But I was blindfolded by infatuation. Fast forward to our 1-year anniversary. I saved up for months. Skipped lunches. Even sold some old comics to afford that sparkling solitaire ring from Tiffany's. It wasn't an engagement ring, just a promise of sorts. Something to show I was serious. Her eyes lit up like fireworks when I gave it to her. And for a week, everything was bliss. But then, the argument started. She'd accuse me of not being ambitious enough, of holding her back from her dream life. One night, over a burnt dinner I tried to cook, she exploded, "You're just a loser, Jake. I deserve better." She yanked off the ring, hurled it across the room, ping. It bounced off the wall like a rejected ping-pong ball, and stormed out, blocking me on everything. Phew. That hurt. The sting of rejection mixed with the metallic taste of regret in my mouth. I picked up the ring, dusted it off, and shoved it in a drawer, figuring it was mine now. After all, gifts are gifts, right? But Emily, she didn't see it that way. A few weeks later, the text started trickling in. At first, polite, "Hey, can I have the ring back? It means a lot." Then, demanding, "You owe me that ring, Jake. It's worth thousands." I ignored them, hoping she'd fade away like a bad dream. But no, she amped it up. Calls at midnight, her voice slurring from too many margaritas, "Give it back, or I'll make your life hell." The air in my apartment felt heavier each time my phone buzzed, that ominous vibration sending chills down my spine. Things got real twisted when she showed up at my work. Imagine the scene, I'm in a meeting, pitching a logo design, when the receptionist buzzes in. "There's a woman here causing a scene. Says it's urgent." I peek out, and there she is, red-faced and ranting to my boss about how I'm a thief who stole her jewelry. The office smelled like stale coffee and embarrassment as colleagues whispered behind their monitors. Is this some kind of joke? I muttered to myself, heart racing. My boss pulled me aside later, "Handle this, Jake, or it's your job." That night, I sighed deeply, staring at the ring under my desk lamp, its facets mocking me with their shine. But wait, here's a twist you didn't see coming. Turns out, Emily wasn't just after the ring for sentimental reasons. A mutual friend tipped me off. She'd been bragging online about pawning it for cash to fund a trip to Bali with her new beau. Can you believe that? The audacity. It fueled my resolve. I documented everything, screenshots of texts, voicemails with her threats echoing like thunder. "You'll regret this, Jake. I'll sue you," she'd scream, her words dripping with venom. The constant harassment left me jumpy, every car horn made me flinch. Every shadow in the alley seemed like her lurking. One evening, As the sun dipped low, casting long shadows over the suburbs, I heard tires screech outside. Bang! Door slam. There she was again, pounding on my front door like a battering ram. Open up. You coward. That ring is mine. Her voice pierced the quiet neighborhood. Birds scattering from trees in alarm. I peeked through the blinds. Sweat beading on my forehead. Neighbors' lights flicked on. Mrs. Patel next door clutched her phone. Eyes wide. What's going on? I whispered to myself. Pulse thumping in my ears. I cracked the door, trying to stay calm. Emily. Leave now. This is harassment. But she pushed forward. Her perfume, that cloying vanilla scent, overwhelming me. Give it to me, she snarled, grabbing at my shirt. Fabric tore with a rip. Buttons popping like gunfire. Adrenaline surged. I shoved her back gently. But she tripped over the welcome mat, sprawling on the lawn with a dramatic yelp. Assault. He's assaulting me, she wailed, drawing a crowd. Oh. The irony, her turning the tables like that. My hands shook as I dialed 911. The operator's voice a lifeline. Police are on the way. Sir. Stay inside. Minutes felt like hours. Sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder. A symphony of justice approaching. Blue and red lights flashed across the houses, illuminating Emily's furious face. 2 officers stepped out, badges gleaming under street lamps. Ma'am. Step back, one said firmly, his voice steady like gravel under boots. Emily spun on them. Arrest him. He stole my ring. She ranted, arms flailing, spittle flying. But I had proof. I handed over my phone, the evidence scrolling like a damning timeline. The officers listened, nodding gravely. This looks like stalking and harassment, the female cop said, her tone laced with disapproval. Emily's eyes widened. Wait. What? Twist number 2, turns out she'd been reported before. A quick check revealed a prior incident at her ex-job, where she harassed a co-worker over a petty dispute. Karma. Right? Her face crumpled as they read her rights, the metallic click of handcuffs echoing like final judgment. This can't be happening, she cried, tears streaming, mascara running like black rivers. As they led her away, she shot me a glare full of venom. You'll pay for this, Jake. But her voice cracked, the fight draining out. The neighborhood sighed in collective relief. Dogs barked in the background, as if cheering. I stood there, the ring heavy in my pocket. I'd brought it out as evidence. The cool night air brushed my skin, carrying the scent of fresh-cut grass and closure. In the aftermath, the court date was a whirlwind. Emily faced charges: harassment, trespassing, even attempted theft. The judge, a no-nonsense woman with steel-gray hair, banged her gavel. Miss Reynolds, your actions show entitlement run amok. Consider this a wake-up call. She got probation, community service, picking up trash in the park. How fitting, and a restraining order. Me? I sold the ring. Donated half to a charity for abuse victims. Felt good. Like shedding a heavy coat. Looking back. Phew. What a roller coaster. The emotional whiplash, from love to loathing, fear to triumph, taught me volumes. Why do people like Emily think they can bulldoze through life? Entitlement bites back hard. And justice? It doesn't always come swift. But when it does, it's sweet as victory pie. If you're dealing with a toxic ex, document everything. Stand your ground. You deserve peace, not drama. Remember, folks, karma's not just a word, it's a force. Stay strong out there. But let's dive deeper. Shall we? After the cops hauled Emily away that night, I couldn't sleep. The adrenaline crash hit like a truck. I paced my living room, the floorboards creaking underfoot, replaying the chaos. The smell of her perfume lingered on my torn shirt. Ugh. It made my stomach churn. I tossed it in the trash, watching it disappear with a satisfying thud. Morning came with birds chirping outside, a stark contrast to the storm of emotions swirling inside me. Word spread fast in our small community. Neighbors stopped by with casseroles and sympathetic nods. Good on you, Jake, Mr. Garcia said, clapping my shoulder. That girl's a piece of work. Their support warmed me like hot cocoa on a rainy day. But Emily, she wasn't done twisting the knife. Through her lawyer, she tried suing for the ring's value, claiming emotional distress. Can you imagine? Me, the harasser? The courtroom smelled of polished wood and tension as I testified, voice steady despite the knot in my gut. The evidence piled up, texts like digital daggers. Voicemails replayed for the jury, her shrill demands echoing off the walls. Jurors shifted uncomfortably, one even sighing audibly. Twist 3, her new boyfriend testified against her. He'd dumped her after seeing her true colors, revealing she'd pawned other gifts before. The gasp in the room was palpable, like air sucked out of a balloon. Emily's lawyer stammered, her case crumbling like dry leaves. The verdict? Dismissed with prejudice. She had to pay my legal fees. Ouch. That stung her wallet. As she left the courthouse, head down, avoiding eyes, I felt a pang of pity mixed with relief. Why couldn't she just let go? I wondered aloud to my attorney. He shrugged. Some people thrive on drama. Jake, you dodged a bullet. Rebuilding wasn't easy. Therapy helped unpack the baggage, those sessions filled with deep breaths and breakthroughs. I started jogging, the rhythmic pound of sneakers on pavement clearing my mind. Met new friends at a local art class, where laughter replaced the echoes of arguments. And the ring money? Besides the donation, I invested in myself, a new camera for photography, capturing sunsets that painted the sky in fiery hues. Emily faded into the background. A cautionary tale. Last I heard, she was in therapy too. Mandated by the court. Maybe she'll change, maybe not. But me? I'm thriving. The experience forged me stronger, like steel in a fire. If life's handed you a Karen situation, fight back with facts and fortitude. Justice prevails, inspiring us to rise above the pettiness. What's your story? Share below. Let's turn negatives into positives together. Reflecting now. That driveway showdown was the climax. But the real high came in court. The judge's words rang out, "Let this be a lesson in respect and boundaries." Applause nearly broke out as Emily slunk away, defeated. It's empowering, knowing you can stand up to bullies. So, here's the message: don't let entitlement dim your light. Claim your worth. Seek justice. And watch karma do its dance. You've got this. Now go live your best life.